spiritual story featuring a young seeker named Amin and his journey alongside a sacred river, exploring themes of devotion, divine grace, and the timeless flow of life. The sacred flow, Amin and the river of the gods. In the ancient times of great kings and sages, there was a vast, shimmering river known as the Saraswati Ganga. The villagers believed this river did not originate from the mountains alone, but flowed directly from the tresses of the gods in the heavens. It was a source of life, purity, and ultimate wisdom. Near the banks of this sacred river lived a young, soft-hearted boy named Amin. Amin was an orphan, raised by the village temple priests. While other children dreamed of wealth, strength, or power, Amin's only desire was to see the gods face to face and understand the true meaning of devotion. Chapter 1. The Quest for the Divine. Every morning before the sun kissed the horizon, Amin would sit by the riverbank. He would watch the morning mist rise from the water like holy smoke from a ritual fire. He often asked the village elders, how can a human meet the gods? Where do they live? An old wise priest pointed to the rushing waters of the river and said, Amin, the gods do not live in one faraway place. They reside in everything that sustains life. This river carries the energy of the divine. If you follow the river to its secret origin high in the sacred peaks, you will find what you seek. Inspired by these words, Amin decided to leave his small village. With nothing but a small brass water pot and a heart full of faith, he began his journey upstream, walking alongside the roaring river. Chapter 2. The Test of the Storm God. As Amin climbed higher into the rocky valleys, the landscape became harsh and steep. One evening, the sky turned pitch black, and a violent storm erupted. The wind howled through the canyons, and heavy rain caused the river to swell into a furious, terrifying torrent. This was the wrath of the storm elements. Frightened, Amin took shelter under a massive overhanging rock. The river waves crashed violently against the stone, splashing cold water over him. He watched as large trees and heavy boulders were swept away by the unstoppable force. Instead of panicking, Amin filled his brass pot with the raging river water, bowed his head and prayed, O divine stream, whether you are calm or furious, you belong to the gods. I trust your path. Miraculously, as he uttered those words, a gentle warmth enveloped him. The rock above him shielded him perfectly, and the river, though fierce, did not breach his shelter. By morning the storm passed, leaving the air incredibly crisp and pure. Amin realized his first lesson. The gods test a seeker's faith through the storms of life, but those who remain anchored in devotion are always protected. Chapter 3. The Gift of the Goddess. Days turned into weeks. Amin reached a high, pristine plateau where the river slowed down, turning into a crystal-clear, emerald-blue stream. The air carried the sweet fragrance of unknown flowers, and a deep, heavenly silence filled the valley. Exhausted and hungry, Amin knelt by the water to drink. As he dipped his hands into the current, the water began to glow with a soft, golden light. From the center of the stream, an ethereal, beautiful figure materialized, hovering gently above the water. It was the goddess of the river, a divine manifestation sent by the gods to bless the young seeker. She wore a crown of pure light, and her eyes held the kindness of 1,000 mothers. Amin, the goddess spoke, her voice sounding like the melody of a silver bell. Your devotion and purity have brought you to the realm of the gods. What boon do you ask of us? Wealth? Long life? Ultimate power? Amin bowed low, his forehead touching the sacred earth. O Divine Mother, I want no gold or power. I only wish to know how I can keep the gods close to me forever. Chapter 4. The Ultimate Wisdom. The goddess smiled warmly at Amin's selfless request. She scooped up a handful of water from the river and let it trickle back through her fingers. Amin, she explained, the gods are not bound to statues or distant heavens. We flow through existence just like this river. Look closely at the water. It gives life to everyone, the saint, the sinner, the animal, and the tree, without discrimination. It never holds on to the past. It keeps moving forward, leaving impurities behind. It remains humble, always seeking the lowest ground to bring fertility to the world. She then touched Amin's chest right over his heart. Go back to your people, Amin. Serve them with love. Wash away their sorrows with your kindness, just as the river washes away dust. When you become like the river, pure, giving, and humble, you will find that the gods are not residing away from you. They are residing within you. Conclusion: the living temple. With those profound words, the divine vision faded, leaving Amin alone in the golden sunlight. His hunger and fatigue were completely gone, replaced by a deep, immovable inner peace. Amin returned to his village down the mountain. He did not build a grand palace or a massive monument. Instead, he spent his life helping the poor, planting trees along the riverbanks, and teaching people how to live in harmony with nature and each other. The villagers noticed that whenever Amin spoke, his words brought comfort like a cool breeze, and his presence brought peace like a quiet riverbank. Amin had found the gods, not by leaving the world, but by becoming a living channel of their love and grace.